Fellas, get up in here. Get up in here. I was so busy moving things out of my storage yesterday, fellas. I said, let me go ahead and hit them with a pre-record because I'm not gonna be back doing no live today. That's what I said yesterday because I knew I was busy. I got more to move out of there, but it's not nothing for real. It's way less, so I'm gonna get that out and take care of that. But in the meantime, fellas, get at me in the PayPal and the Cash App. Those links are definitely in the chat. Also, get at me on Rumble. Okay, see the red pill out for the Bronco on Rumble. And let's get this work. Let's get it done. Let's get it in. Get at me in the Patreon. Just as well, fellas. All videos are there. Countless of videos. All the tiers are open. So get at me on the Patreon. We're gonna get that going. All the videos are going. And remember, fellas, on Rumble, download the Rumble app and go and follow Casey the Red Pill Out for the Bunk on Rumble because I get more in depth to videos that I can't get in depth with here on YouTube. So some videos I take to Rumble and I show a little bit more. I talk about a little bit more. They're more linear. So y'all know what time it is. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe, fellas, and hit the membership button. My throat dry. I've been working out shit. Get back down there at 3 o'clock. Hit me on the membership button, fellas. Let's make that happen. Get at me on the bottom of the screen. Get at me on that banner right there. Get at me in the Gmail, railsfargo12@gmail.com. And also get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at RealRailsFA1, and let's make that happen. Hit the super chat, fellas. Show love to the show. 50 cents, $1, $2, it don't matter. Show love to the show. And let's talk about it because it's time for some games. It's time for me to wake you guys up and talk to you. So let me go ahead and drop something on real quick because they need it. And let's get to it. Now, what the fuck? Her asking for favors or inflating your ego doesn't mean she likes you. And there's a thin veil. It's a thin line between her actually liking you and her not really liking you, but she inflating your ego just to ask for favors, just to make things happen for her and to have you feel good about yourself. Because a woman knows that a way to a guy that lacks the experience of women, a way to a guy that lacks conversation, a guy that lacks the know-all, the wherewithal and everything when it comes to women, she knows the way to his heart is to somewhat be different from other women that he's had experience with, because you know if you lack women, then you haven't had good experiences with women. You haven't had enough women. Women are not stupid, fellas. They're calculative. They know how to calculate. They know they know how to calculate on how to deal with you and how to handle you and how to bring you in to their fold so they can get what they can get out of you, and it can be more controlling on their end and beneficial for them. And that's what they do, fellas. It's somewhat in their nature to do these things, fellas. And, they can't, once again, fellas, you can't take them in a boxing ring. And, unfortunately, we no, and none of that. We don't advocate that and none of that, but you can't do these things, fellas. God, no, he made man more stronger, strength-wise, more demanding, and more broader and bruter when it comes to his physical than a woman. And, yes, you got your Carissa Shields, your Layla Ali's, your fighters, your women fighters out there that's been trained to do these things. Some of them came up in a tomboy setting to where they fought in the streets, fighting, being tomboyish or whatever in the communities in the hood. And that helped them along with their craft later on in life to become professional with it. We're not talking about that because that's very minute, fellas. We're talking about your average woman that lived the day-to-day walking around that you see every day. No, they're not great. Just handle a man like that. So their physical strength it can be physical, because he can get you to do things, but their mental strength is to get you to lower your guard so they can get you that way. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can see a guy that's 6'8", 7 foot tall, big as hell, look like he's a professional linebacker, run like a Mack truck down the field, or he's big as Shaq, a big time dunker or whatever the case may be, fellas, and let a 4 foot tall bitch break him down, ego wise. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Y'all seen it. Y'all see it in the hood. Y'all see it in the communities. All these big brother. You see a man that you think that's masculine, that's on his shit 100%. Let a bitch break him down mentally. Oh yeah, he'll allow that shit. Why? It's because he's not strong in that department. And when a woman knows that you're not strong in the mental department, get their claws into you, fellas, and they're gonna take advantage like a motherfucker. So when you see guys out here having conversations with women, long-term conversations with women through the text, over the phone, not making things happen like they will want to make things happen because they all want to fuck. We all do, fellas. We men. Come on, man. Let's not lie to ourselves, fellas. We in this motherfucker to keep it real, fellas. Like honesty is the truth, and it can get you further. I always believe that. So you see guys being led this way, fellas, because it inflates their ego. You know what I'm saying? It gives them a sense of hope that they can make it happen, or it gives them a sense of hope that they got this bitch under their command to where shit's going to happen when they want it to happen, but things never happen, you know, or she's very disrespectful, or she's very much out there. She just telling him anything or whatever the case may be, and shit never pans out to go his way, right? That's because she knows what type of guy he is. She knows how to claw into him because he's weak when it comes to his mental attributes, fella. So yes, she will inflate his ego. Um, damn, when I seen you in your car, you know, it was so clean. Wait, how you wash? Who washed your? Who detail your car? When I got in and we were sitting there talking or whatever, it smelled so good. What smell was that coming from? Or when I gave you a hug, I smelled you. You know what I'm saying? Or damn, you got some big muscles and things. You know what I'm saying? Damn, where you work out at? What you? And the guys will take that as if, in an influential way, she wants to be inspired by me. She wants to take things from me. She wants to learn more about me. Me, you know, so let me go ahead and inform her, school her, and let her, be that ear or that help or that help and support that she never had, somewhat like father figure wise, whatever the case may be. And that inflate these guys' ego. And women know that. You know what I'm saying? Them shoes is nice and as if she ain't seen the motherfucker. You got a pair of motherfucking Jordan 3s on. Every color has been walked around on the earth, fellas. I think they ran out of colors, right? So many colors. I like the motherfuckers is sexy, this and that. Damn. Or it's the way you wearing it. She inflating your ego just so it can benefit her. Then you look up later on, she's asking for favors. She wants you to do these things. Can you take me here? Could you come over and help me with this? My mother is down and out. My car ain't right. Here's her address. Can you go take her this? And, you doing things and you find yourself in a friendship. You find yourself this bitch bestie, her best friend, her BFF, instead of that motherfucker that she got the pipe down her throat, like how you would want it. But you find yourself being her BFF instead of being that motherfucking dude that you're supposed to be. Or if I ain't that dude, bitch, I'm backing out. But you ain't that guy though. You don't think, you don't move like that because certain things can inflate your ego and you allow bitches to do that, fellas. And when it all said and done, fellas, it always benefits them. Yeah, there's a period at the end of that motherfucker. It always benefits them when they inflate your ego, fellas. Ain't nothing more after that. Okay? As a matter of fact, we're going to put 4 periods behind it, closing that shit out. It always benefits them, fellas. Once they get off into your ego by inflating it, fellas. Men think that is like something you're supposed to do. Accepting certain how can I say it, validation forms or whatever, compliments and things like that, without her actually displaying her meanings or her worth, or is she really truthfully down for what the shit she's saying. And most men do that. And when you set yourself up like that, fellas, you'll forget the whole picture, because her job is to make you forget the picture that you want to fuck, that you want to be a man, that you want to break it off, that you want to get to know her in that capacity, fellas. You want to get to know her in that way, because sex is the key. It's humanity. Women know that. You know what I'm saying? She knows that. But in order to deter you from all that, in order to deter you from that speaking, that thinking, you coming at her like that, or whatever the case may be, she will turn around and inflate your ego, tell you things that she think you want to hear, and you can. And some men, most men, fellas, they'll be satisfied with that, and being satisfied with that, fellas, is a part of you not getting the ass and you not getting things done the way you want to in a matter of time the way you want to. You get what I'm saying? You look up, you going for these things, you talking to her, you feeding her conversation, you doing the shit that she will want you to do, basically playing the friendship role, and not getting to it like she wants you to get to it. And then you look up, she had you so caught up on the conversation. She had you so caught up on the comforts of talking to her, texting her, and to where this will become the norm within a certain week or two, of your lifetime, when in your life, of just dealing with the bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get the courage, get the guts, you'll build this shit up. Let me go hollering about linking up with her and making it happen. When she come on over, we gonna get it in or what? That's if you are not scared to say it, because you may think that it may run a bitch off when you're supposed to be in the came this way in the beginning. Then once you back up out of dealing with you completely, oh shit, I wasn't even on that. I didn't see it like that. I thought oh damn, or she'll try to shame you. You know what I'm saying? Is that what all dudes want? Is that what y'all about? You just want to fuck, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, you put time and effort. You invested this shit in. By her starting off inflating your ego, telling you how fine you are, how good of a guy you are. Damn, any bitch would be lucky to have, saying shit like that, softly letting you down. But at the same time, she's kind of poking at your ego, having you thinking that you are hotter, you the hot fly shit or whatever. And then when she tell you she ain't G for fucking with you like that and back up off of you and not fuck with you, then you deeply hurt, you scarred. You in your feelings, you angry now, fuck these bitches and all this type of shit. You got this kind of energy built up in you now, this malice and this, this deeply tormented anger inside, because it's like you been led astray, but you're not understanding. Led yourself astray, fellas. And can't no bitch inflate your ego when you know who you are. If you know you the shit, per se, yourself, then why allow her to inflate your ego? Why allow her to have you thinking that, you know what I'm saying, you are the shit and you more than what it is and what the case may be, that, and women do these things, fellas, you know what I'm saying, to get where they want to get in life. And it's always beneficial for them, fellas. It'll never be suitable and beneficial for you. And the reason why, fellas, because she knows she ain't got to inflate your ego. She ain't got to tell you, sir. If a bitch is really down for you and she's G for you like that, she ain't going to do these things. She ain't going to try to, make you seem more than what you are, whatever, put a little bit more to it, you know what I'm saying, just to spice up a situation, just to make you feel good about yourself, so you can be that person that opens up and give, or you can be that person that opens up and allow her to control, or allow her to, you know what I'm saying, set her standards in her presence, your life in the most negative way. I'm going to keep it real, you know what I'm saying, because it's the intentions, it's the way it's coming off. It's going to be bullshit. It ain't nothing else good behind it, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not really G for you. She's not really into you like that. Chick that's into you, she ain't going to need to inflate your shit. She already know you on your shit. She knows that. She like, shit, I ain't got to tell this motherfucker he fine as fuck. I ain't got to tell this motherfucker them boots he's wearing is sexy, or they look or things of that sort. I ain't got to tell him he smell good. He always smell good. He know he smells good because he keeps his shit up. Look like, he's very clean, he shower, he bathes, he keeps, I ain't got to tell him none of these things. He know this shit about himself. All I got to do is add on to the situation. That's really about it. See, guys don't know that. That's what it's supposed to be. So they'll live in that realm of being told that you're this and that you're that, when deep down inside, the person that's really been told that, fellas, you got to really, I'm going to hit you with some deep shit. A person that's really been told that, fellas, deep down inside, He's not that. She know he's not that. And he know he's not that. But accepting the validation from her makes him feel like he is that. You know what I'm saying? Because he eternalized and he makes it so important to accept her validation and the things she say. And that'll get him simped all the way out. See, guys don't understand that shit. You know? That's why it's always best, fellas, to love you. And when you love you, fellas, it's like deep down you're gonna know you. And when you know you, can't nobody else tell you about you more so than you, because you're living you. You are you. You know. And I know guys gonna look at it like, nah, you know, so what's wrong? Is something wrong with a bitch, you know, telling you that you smell good, you know, you're looking nice and things of that sort. No, not at all, fellas. Nothing's wrong with compliments at all. Nothing's wrong with compliments, fellas. We're human beings. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with compliment, nothing's wrong with criticism, and none of these things. You know, it's there, so nothing's wrong with it at all. You know, it's the way you eternalize it. It's the way you see things. It's the way it's who you are that can genuinely accept the compliments and know that it's real, or you know what I'm saying, you know, hey, you know, shit, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know who you are. You got to know where you stand in life. You know what I'm saying? If you're a confident motherfucker and you know you stand all the way to the top within yourself, and you ain't gonna have the money to be there. You gonna have the fancy cars and the nice houses in neighborhood, whatever the case. You know, you don't gotta have all these things, fellas. You know, the status or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? To have that confidence and that certain prestige about yourself. It's all a mental thing. It's within you. You know what I'm saying? God lives within us all. So the confidence is within you. God is confidence. You know what I'm saying? So it's within us all. That's how I look at it, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Now, what brings it out of you is how you move and how you think. You got to remember, you got free will to think. So if you're thinking that you're not shit, if you're thinking that it takes you money or it takes you a certain status or a certain amount of prestige or whatever the case may be for someone to look at you in the light that you want to look at you and recognize you in the light that you want to be recognized in, fellas, you know what I'm saying, then you already lost. You hidden your confidence inside because you mentally fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Your confidence ain't gonna come out when you mentally fucked. These things don't add up. It's like a cataclysm or something, a force that forces something for it to move. You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at it like that. So if your mind is right, that brings out the confidence within you, fella. So if your mind ain't right, you're not thinking highly of yourself, which means you're thinking mentally. You're not about that, then your confidence is going to be tainted. It's going to be kind of in the mud. You know what I'm saying? And that can be played upon, you know, sellers, promoters, TV advertisement, females, all type of motherfuckers. You're vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You just shit. You're a bullseye target. They're gonna be coming at you. You know what I'm saying? But if you know your shit is 100, you know this about yourself, then you don't need to be told this shit. Now, if you was to be told this shit, if a woman was to say these things, it's not gonna move you because this is what you know. You know, so fuck, you can't be moved off your square by what you already know about yourself. You know, now like I said, but you can add on to what I got going on or whatever the case may be. Other than that, you can't, distract, you can't subtract, take away, or do none of that shit from me because it's the way I think. I think highly of myself, without the fame, without the status, without the money, without the fancy, whatever. This is how I think about myself. So if I think this way about myself, then you're going to naturally think this way about me. Why? Because the energy attracts, fellas. It's like, once it goes back to the classicism form, a force that forces something. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't the force that's forcing shit, then nothing's going to move. You got to be the force. That's just all it's about, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow bitches to, inflate your ego and tell you the things that they think that you want to hear so they can buddy hustle you. And then we call it, but when we're in prison, we used to call it buddy hustle. I'm going to call it that out here. Shit, buddy hustle. Tell you whatever the case may be. Have you feeling some kind of way, then turn around their hand out. Turn around needing things, needing favors. You know what I'm saying? Not giving the things that you want because you want you want them draws. You want to pound that motherfucker. You want to take it to Pound Town. But these ain't coming from her. Why? Is because you already allowed her to come in when inflating your ego, which made it easy for you guys to connect on a certain level because you're egotistical. You always because you look for validation, so it's all within your ego. And then if she's feeding that to you, y'all gonna attach like that. Nothing sexual, nothing under the physical form is gonna happen, fellas, because y'all connected here, and she knows she got you here, which means she ain't got to do this here. And if you do come with this here, then she's out of here, which is going to touch your feelings a little bit more because you allowed the bullshit in. You get what I'm saying, fellas? It's a tidal wave. So you got to pay attention to what's going on. That's how the game is. The shit that comes out of motherfuckers' mouths that's aimed at you in a positive way or a negative way, fellas. We know the negatives. The negatives is there. You hear the negative. You already, your antennas up. You already alerted about that. You already repelling that. It's those positives that you got to watch out for. It's those fake imposter positives that you got to watch out for, that you think that's all the way beneficial and suitable for you, and it's in good faith efforts for you, when it's all here to manipulate you, deceive you, destroy you, bring you down. And these things can take effect, fellas. So pay attention to that. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Only person that could supposed to inflate your ego is you. You and only you. Only person that deflates your ego is you. You and only you. No one else can do it. When you allow outside forces to come in and do it, fellas, and you nothing. Real game. So pay attention to yourself and love yourself. That's real shit. And it starts with that. Get at me in the PayPal, fellas. Get at me in the Cash App, the Rumble. Get at me on the Patreon just as well. Show me love. Once again, y'all know me, fellas. I don't give a fuck who come up in here. Whether it's nobody in here, it's 1,000 motherfuckers in here. It's therapeutic for me. I'm going to speak this shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether you send $1 or not, it's therapeutic for me. I'm going to speak this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not only therapeutic, fellas. It's my job. It's my duty. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a part of this earth as an adult, or well experienced, educated, been through, the trenches or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's my duty to give that back. You know what I'm saying? So guys will know what to do, what not to do. Well, guys will know what to look out for, because we're all human. We all go through the same levels and lanes. We go through the same shit, fellas. You know what I'm saying? For you guys to understand these things. And it's my duty once again, fellas. So show love. If you don't, hey, come here and give me your ear. I'm G with that. You good? You know what I'm saying? We good with that. And if you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe, fellas. Also hit that membership button. That future pre-records, those future live streams and exclusives I'm going to have to come with, fellas. YouTube is lighting up on letting people kind of do things for their members. So get ready for that, And also, fellas, pay attention. Pay attention to how, and this ain't just related to women, fellas. This can be related to whatever in life. Pay attention to how motherfuckers come at you. Pay attention to the things that they say, because these things can affect you, especially if you're not self-aware about you and who you are. You get what I'm saying? And that's real shit. But much love to everybody that came up in here. I'm about to get up out of this motherfucker. I got things to do. And thank y'all for coming up in here. Whoever came in here, show some love. Salute. And get at me at the bottom of the screen. Get at me in my Gmail. Also get at me at the description below my about section. My number's there. Text me first. Let me know who you are. Video topics of your choice. Consultations, whatever the case may be. And we can get these things cracking. I'm out this bitch until next time. Holla and much love. Peace.